Hey up YouTube, new mark for you today guys. We have come to Chapel Point, and man what a hill this beach is. See, I'll show you actually, see where Rosa is down there on beach. She's probably a good 15 to 20 feet below us. Man, what a steep beach this is. So we've come today to check this out really. I wanted to come for two reasons. One, I'm told that when the water clears in sort of July time, you can spin here. You can use a spinning rod here, which makes a lot of sense actually. I wouldn't mind betting the concrete stanchion just over there is great for spinning off of. I don't know if I've got that in shot, the sun's on the screen. Yes, I have. I wouldn't mind betting that's great for spinning fishing. Anyway, this is the intro, let's keep it brief. Sea looks great. It looks sort of in between a bass and yeah, in between a bit bassy and perhaps a bit ray-like. I don't know. Alf was up in the cafe that's on Chapel Point there. He said when he was looking out to sea, he could see bass in the water. So fingers crossed for a half decent session. We'll have to wait and see. Well, I'm here with Alf and Adrian again. You know, regardless, it's going to be another time I'm going to say it's a lovely day a lot, because it is. So regardless of how good the fishing is, I'm here with two good fellas and we're on a really nice, really nice beach. So yeah, it's great, it's great. So yeah, I'll roll the credits. No setup time lapse because I've already set up. And hopefully next time we speak I'll be fishing. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Here we go guys, we're off to races. Very little flounder, but a fish nonetheless. Happy days. Going to start experimenting with some bigger baits because we're getting lots of knocks, lots and lots of bites, and there's nothing on the other end of it. So now I've got one in, I'm going to put a bigger rig on it. I'll get this back and we'll talk. Can't believe that little thing gave that bite. Gave such an hard knock, that thing, for... Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, it's shaping up to be a good rod. And then? Just because I can. But it's showing real signs of age. And it's going to need recoating. So if it's going to need recoating, why not put some modern alkanite titanium eyes on it while you're there? You know, I want to match the eye geometry, because it's a rod that takes both a fixed and a multi.
Yeah.
So I want to match the geometry, but...
It's very weird, the quality of rod design handled has increased so dramatically over the last maybe 20 years.
Yeah.
Because you used to have a multiply rod.
Yes.
And you'd have a fixed ball rod.
Yes. Now you can get hybrids.
Just the number of rings.
The positioning and the size.
Well, the thing was, you used to have a thread rod.
Yes. It'd be on the other side, wouldn't it?
It would be the opposite side.
Yeah.
Now, the technology of the mould and the mandrel must be so good.
Well, it's just the quality of
doesn't
carbon.
matter.
It's just the quality of carbon fibre and epoxies now, isn't it? Right, get this mess sorted out, because that was the right pig to bring in. So guys, yeah, we're off the mark. Is that on your fish bait?
Yeah. They've both got blueies on. Well, one's got bluey and squid, the other one's bluey.
Yeah, maybe. I want to see you bring a ray in today. I want to see you bring a ray in.
I'm fishing 2 pulley rigs.
Right. I'm about to put a pulley on. Well, you know me, I would have a pulley and a clip down now, just to save the blank. No, but I'm still gonna. So that's what I'm going to switch to. I'm going to switch to a pennel with a 2.0 on it. And start sending some fish baits as well.
The one with the squid and blue.
Yeah, 4.0, yeah. I was just waiting for water to get a bit deeper, then I was going to switch to a pennel. But my pennels are about 1/3 the length of yours.
Well, I was reading somewhere and he said 5 foot's about the optimum length.
Depends where you're fishing. I thought the same. I was always, all the research I did on your other YouTubers and all said 4 to 5 foot. But then speaking to local fishermen, more so when they're targeting the smoothies, they have about 1 foot of trace and 2.5 foot of rig body. So when it's clipped down, it's only about 1.5 to 2 foot long.
Really?
So, and I've used that ever since. And that's what I was hitting smoothies on last year. Not that you'd know if you watch my videos, because I didn't catch one on bloody video. But I think there's a lot of action going on under that water, because my rigs are a right mess when they come in. No, that's not. I don't.
That one is just too.
Oh, is it smooth? Is it? Mind you, you're on braid as well, aren't you? So it shows every little thing.
Exactly. Yeah. I sent Billy an email. Whatever.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you fish braid from the reel right up to the shot movings of braid? And quite rightly you say because it contacts everything.
Yeah.
And then you switch to mono for your rig bodies.
Yeah.
And as yet, he ain't come back.
Because your rig body then will snap off, so you're not losing as much stuff if you snag up. Right, now I've caught some. Time to switch it up to a bigger bait. So I'll keep this rig out, I'll get my rig bar out, and I'll keep this rig out, and I can swap rigs then.
I think it's time for a Dijon and roast beef sandwich.
Oh, very nice, sir.
Not
Very nice.
It's the sliced chip you get out Morrison's. You got to pretend you got some decorum, haven't you?
Not on the Lincolnshire coast, you don't.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm quite looking forward to getting on the beach when it's cold and getting some cod in.
It's amazing how much you don't say that when you're actually out fishing for cod, though.
Oh yeah. I got this bloody beach umbrella thing. Beach thing.
Beach buddy, yeah.
I've had it for 5 years. And I keep taking it out twice a year just to put it out in the garden, make sure the moisture. So far it's not been a thing.
Mine comes and it ends up just being a toilet for her. Right, put my rig bar on. And let's find a pulley pennel. That's bigger than 2 oars. That's got to be bigger than 2 oars. Actually, no, they're 2 oars, and that's not bigger than a 2 oar. Oh yeah, the paraglider annoying feckers are coming back. They are, they make more noise than you. Hey? Yeah. I think they might be coming into land. Well, you're going to see him up close, because if he don't climb, he's going to hit my line. Yeah. Ed, that's my pulley pennel. Do you reckon if I lob this up to them, they'd take it out for me? Right, sorry guys, I keep getting caught up in the moment. And I'm neglecting you guys. Although, to be fair, you probably enjoy listening to the banter more than you do me. So, I'm changing it up. So, now the risk of the blank has gone, I am going to go over to, I'm going to have to make these up, I forgot about that. Where's my kniff? That's my bait buddy. So I need you, and I need you. Right, I'm going to have to tidy this up, because now I can't get to my worm. Dear God, these are monsters. Absolute monsters, these worms. Can only just fit 2 of them on an extra long bloody bait needle. I put 2 floating beads on that hook in the hope that it could lift the bait up slightly. They ain't going to do squat against the size of these bad boys. Happy with that, guys. Right, I'm not going to tidy up because I've not had a break since we got here pretty much. I've been on my feet, on the go, non-stop. So we're off the mark. Happy days. We are around about 2 hours away from high tide. And so I've just switched up. So the rod furthest from you, the Asuka Vega, has a large fish bait on it now. And the rod closest to you has, well, there's kind of 2 burns about it, some giant lug on it. So I'm going to have a brew. I'll see you in a bit. Watch them for me, will you? Don't forget. Sorry, I always forget. Don't forget, especially if you're this far into the video, please do think about pressing that subscribe button. It does help me out, and I'm so close to 1,000. Come on. I'm like 58 away from it now. I don't know. I've not looked. Where are we? I'll tell you. And I'll see if there's any shout outs in the comment. Any new comments that I've not replied to. Oh, data down here is going to be crap, isn't it? I am 58 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. Help me out, guys. Press that subscribe button. Especially if you're this far in the video. You know, if you're this far in, I must be doing something you enjoy. Anyway, I'll talk to you in a bit. There we go, guys. Another silver bar. I'm just going to measure it. I don't think it's big enough. Is Alfin as well? Bloody hell, that's a good flatty. I'm going to make sure this is recording. You are recording. That, bring that down, get that on camera. That's a fair size, that is. Oh. Just get this bass measured. She is. Oh, she's undersized. She is 37 centimetres. So, yeah, there we go. Another fish on the bank. Hey, now, calm down. We'll get it back before it gets too stressed. It's not a place, is it? No, flounder, innit? Pure flounder.
Yeah.
Yeah, flounder.
Yeah.
It's a nice fish, though. Yeah. Oh, a lot of fellas that take that for the dinner.
Yeah. Nice
there you go.
Flounder.
Nice flounder
nice
as well.
Flounder, yeah.
So, looks like people who are telling truth when they say
yeah.
a couple of hours either side of high.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. On the right hand rod, you know.
So that was on your worm and little hooks.
On the big bait.
That were on your big bait, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bloody advent. A bloody brave one that then, isn't it?
Do you want it for home or?
No, put it back.
Do you want it for home, Ian?
Adrian. Do you want it for home? No. Why am I rinsing that off for? It's not even taken lead leg out. Yeah, once again, George's lug does it again. Those worms are monsters, aren't they? Absolute monsters. When they have had me allotment, I've had smaller bloody slow worms. They're like snakes. So happy days. There's two fish on the bank. I just need to retie an hook because it bit me hook off. So we'll just, problem with these clip downs is, I don't know if it's going to be too short. Oh, I've got another clip down. Tell you what, retire this one and put this one on. Happy days. I mean, there's nothing wrong with flatty bashing, but you put a decent sized bass on bank. Look at the size of that. Put a decent sized bass on bank and it's really nice. But yeah, she went back to fight another day. Lovely healthy silver bar. Absolutely jetted off. But yeah, you might see it on time lapse. I was just walking actually to try and go to the toilet. I come back to my line slack and about 14 foot across from where I left it. So it's like, all right, we'll bring that in. Then as soon as I started reeling it in, I could feel that there was something on it. Then as soon as it came into the shallows, and I say shallows in the loosest possible term, because we're in quite a lot of water here, yeah, I just felt it. It got second wind and just took off. So that actually put up a little fight, that one did. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it'll be on time lapse, that bite. Because like I say, I wasn't here. I'd set my drag and gone to the loo. So reminds me, wind that one back up. I might bring the other one in and change the bait on it as well. Oh, I ain't done my lead legs. And actually, sort of on the topic of legal sizes and such, I do hear a lot of people say, you know, they've never seen anybody from I can't remember what the full term is for the people that govern the waterways and things that police the fish sizes. Well, before we'd even cast out, there was one here asking questions, you know what legal sizes are for bass and things like that, telling us that because there's been a lot of bass out down here and reports of of large bass, that people have been taking things woefully undersized. So just to say, you know, these guys are out there, they do come, and if you are found with a fish in your bag that's undersized, it's a massive on-the-spot fine. There's no, you know, no sympathy given. There's a big fine, it's on the spot, it's no messing. So, tell you what, this is a little bit heavy as well. No, there's nothing on it. I don't think there's anything on it. No, nothing on it. Oh, no, there is. I think we've got a tiny little whiting. Tiny, tiny little whiting. In fact, it might even be a smelt. Unfortunately, it's foul hooked. I don't think this is going to survive. We'll try his best. Okay, we've got it out. A big parasite in the gills. We'll get this back. It's a little whiting. Yeah, a little whiting. Not going to hang about with it. In fact, we'll put it in his bucket to give it a chance to recover. Oh, no. Give it a chance to recover in bucket. There you go, Rosa. That's 3 species. That's 3 species. Yeah, we'll give that chance to recover in bucket and we'll put it back. But it's loaded with parasites, so I don't like its chances anyway. Absolutely loaded with parasites. Right, get this rebaited. Still breathing, it's chilling out there in the bucket. Down there, out the way. Where's my bait, mate? Where have I put that? Round this side, there we go. Right. I still haven't got round to sharpening this knife. It's absolutely massacring these fillets of bluey. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down through it. Bones and all. Back it with a bit of squid just to firm it up a bit. Are you digging me a toilet there, Rosa? Are you digging me a toilet?
Apparently there's not enough time to take I don't think he's going to recover.
No, I don't think it is, but we can but try.
Well, he's dead as a doornail, isn't he?
He was breathing a second ago.
Well, he ain't doing very well now.
Where's my bloody towel gone? Have I lost my towel? Certainly looks that way, doesn't it? Yeah.
Don't put it underneath the boat tray.
I'll probably put it in my box or something, I don't know. It'll be right, I've got another one. Ugh. There it is. I got it. I got it. It's a little ting. Still breathing. It's not right happy, but it's still breathing. No, we're not having it for dinner. It's going to go back. I'm just giving it a chance to recover. Righty, righty. Let's pop you guys back on time lapse. So that was a nice little flurry of a few fish for you, wasn't it? Pop you guys back on time lapse and I'll talk to you in a bit. I just realised one thing we've not done, which I do like to do when I'm on a new beach, is I like to have a bit of a pan round. So we'll do that now, because it's a very pretty beach, as far as beaches go. So we'll do that now, starting with sort of behind us there at the beach huts. So you've got, obviously, like I said, the beach huts. Then you've got the observation tower, or the observation point, which I didn't get a chance to go in actually. I did want to go in. My understanding is it's an art gallery and an observation point. You've got fishing round the other side. There is actually two fishermen round the other side. I went to see if one of them was Vern, to see if I could talk with him. Whether he'll talk to me or not doesn't matter. Unfortunately, because I believe he was here this morning, but he's not one of the fishermen over the other side, unfortunately. Then you've got in the distance there, you've got Alf, Adrian, and obviously myself. And we'll have a pan round now. This tripod's not as smooth as the other one. It's panning round. And then you've got the concrete stanchion that I was showing you at the start of the day, which is just there. looks a lot further away than it actually is now obviously completely underwater. But, and you know, people who know this mark well, do let me know. Is that the stanchion that you're on about for spinning off? Because yeah, there were some lads crabbing on it earlier. Over in the distance there, once again, I don't know if it'll show up on camera, you've got Mablethorpe, and you just see the roller coasters when you're here in person. And then behind us is just a load of grassland. But it really is a nice beach. Nice sunset, look. All the way around and back to us, back in the room. So yeah, I do like to do that on new marks, and this is new to me, not fished here before. It is an extremely steep beach. So even though it doesn't look like it, we are in a lot of water now. Probably, well, as far as the east coast goes, a lot of water. Probably 15 to 20 feet. You trying to catch all of us there? I was practicing pendulum casting. That one, yeah. Yeah, that went a little awry, didn't it? Think. No, you. He just released at the wrong time and went over all of us. It was a good cast if it had gone in a straight line. Oh. But yeah, I've caught on both rods, so I'm happy. I've caught on both rigs, technically. That thing was foul hooked, so I know a lot of people will say that's not technically a catch, but I'll have it. The bucket worked a charm, I put it in there. I mean, it was laid there on its side, but it was still breathing. So I threw it back and it swam off. Obviously I was able to wet my hands before handling it, because I think that's what it is with things. I think it's a combination of the shock and the acids off your hand. It'd just be nice to hit something big today, but I don't know. I was surprised looking at the sea to actually hit any bass at all. Because I mean, it's not flat calm, but it's not as rough as you would normally like to see it for bass. I just realised I'm gibbering away. There's nothing going on with rod tips, but I should. Where are they? There they are. So they're just up in top right corner for you guys now. I should be able to get everything in frame. Yeah. There might be some having a sniff. I think the Vega, the Isuka Surf 450, the yellow, has been dubbed by Adrian the bent banana. I like it, it works. But when we first got here, it was just bang, reel it in, nothing there, recast. Bang, reel it in, nothing there, recast. But these worms are so big that when I'm reeling in, the one thing I've noticed is the middle of the worm's gone. So I think the fish are hitting the middle of the worm and obviously not getting hooked. So what I then did was I put the hook halfway up the worm, started catching, so it seemed to make a difference. That's a bit of a hint and tip I've not shared with these guys. What are you looking for, Rosa? What you lost? Rosa spent all day with Adrian. They seem to get them swimmingly. I think he's planning on taking her home as a chew toy for Basil, his dog. Is that lens fogged up again? I don't think it is. Give it a wipe anyway. So yeah, all's quiet on the Western Front now. Although I have just been away from the rods. So I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll bring in the flapper rig, the two-up flapper, because that's only got worm on it anyway, so I'll bring this in and resend it with some fresh wormies on it. What, that flounder of Alf's a beast. That was a good flounder, that one was. I don't think I've ever had one that size. See again, on this one, the worms are gone. Well, 90% of the worms have gone. So, you know, it does indicate that there is stuff out there. But I do like having a bucket. But they're showing interest in the bait. They're showing interest in the bait, just not the hooks. I think I just saw a seal out the corner of my eye. Could have been a porpoise actually. The sea's plenty deep enough for them to be this far in. But if there's little schoolie bass out there, then a seal will definitely follow them. Yeah, these are the worms. These worms are kind of big enough to warrant a pennel hook. They're massive. And the entire packet's been massive. Normally from George, which is one of the things I like, you get a bit of a mix. So, you know, if you want to drop a hook size, you've got the worms to accommodate it, but at the moment all he's getting is sheer monsters. Right, as always guys, I'll pop you back on another time lapse because I'm going to sit and have a cup of tea. Fresh baits, nice 20-minute rest. Switch in a bit. As usual guys, don't want to hang about because it's a ting. A slightly bigger ting. Let's get it back, eh? Ooh. She's gone. That was a nice ting, that was. Nice little ting. Never even saw that on the hook. Never saw a take. No, sorry, tell a lie. I did see a take a little while ago, but I left it because I didn't think, just rattled once and then that was it. But there we go. That's fish number 4 on the bank. Yeah. Okay. There's in the top of my box there's a carrier bag. That's the rubbish bag. Just brought in a crab, which Rose has enthralled with. We put it in the little recovery bucket there. Little shore crab. Got to be on the lookout for these Chinese mitten crabs because apparently you're supposed to dispatch them if you catch them. But if the tings are coming in, chances are there ain't much else out there now. You have to battle through tings, aren't you? They're a pain in the backside. Or they can be a pain in the backside. I don't mind catching them. The only downside of catching the tings is, of course, that probably as much as 9 out of 10 times they don't survive being returned. They tend to keel over. But so far, the 2 that I've had today and have subsequently put back, they've both survived. So that's not too bad, I suppose. It might be. Yeah, it might be. So that's not too bad. Two have gone back. They both swam off. So that's not too bad. I mean, if I had a couple of tings that were a decent size, I would. In all honesty, I would keep them because the fish cakes that we make from tings are quite nice. It's a lovely sweet flesh. Not very meaty. Very, very flaky, very fall aparty. Fall aparty? You know what I mean. Falls apart quite readily, but it tastes nice. So we're roughly an hour after high now. So I think we'll probably get another 45 minutes to an hour. And then we may well call it a day. Like I say, apologies for not making a big deal about that fish, but like I said, when it comes to whiting, I like to get them back as quick as I can. Because they do keel over. Sort of flatties and bass, they're a bit tougher. You can have them out at water for a few minutes. You can make a good show of them. But yeah, the whitings, ideally, if you're not going to keep them, you want to handle them as little as you can, preferably with salt water on your hands, and get them back as quick as you can. And obviously try and get them into the water. If you have to throw them, try and make sure that basically they nose dive into the water, they torpedo into the water. That rush of water over the gills helps to bring them back a little bit, or helps them to recover a little bit. But what you must try and avoid if you can is them slapping the water, because that will cause them to keel over. I've found with whiting anyway. They're a pig to get back to go alive, but we try as best. Have to wait and see. But I mean, we've seen all sorts on this beach today. We've been able to see the bass turning in the waves, but also we've seen sprats in the breakers at our feet. So chances are that the bass are just that well fed today. I do believe I might have seen some porpoise or some seals just in front of the observatory, which would kind of explain why it was fishing okay-ish. It was starting to pick up and then it died off. That kind of would explain that, wouldn't it? Because as soon as those guys arrive, the fish tend to move along. The fish tend to call it, you know, well, bugger off basically, don't they? So yeah, I'm going to start tidying up base camp and start tidying up a bit. The session isn't over yet, but we're going to start tidying up a little bit. Although I'm not that messy actually, for once. This is a rarity for me. But yeah, Rose has had a good day. She's suffering now. It's a bit cold for her now, so I think we're going to have to call it a day shortly. Like I say, once the water's hit the bottom of the ramp, we will definitely be going. If that hasn't happened before the sun has set, that'll probably be it, because it'll get too cold for her. And I think, I've got a feeling Eddie and Alf might be calling it a day anyway. So I'm going to go speak to them. I'll pop you back on rods. I'm going to go speak to them for 5 minutes. I'll see you in a bit. As always guys, when it comes to tings, I'm not going to hang about. It's very sandy. I didn't think there was anything on it. And then we brought it in. Let's get this back. Alright, don't put your hand in its mouth because it's got teeth. But go get it in water quick. Don't hang about because it's a whiting. I'm coming with you, don't worry. But you must get it into the water first try. Alright? Do you want me to take it off you?
Yes, please. Slimy.
Move back. We always, when it comes to whiting, we make sure they don't swim back onto the beach. Because sometimes they do. You remember that one at the wall where it tried to come back after we threw it back?
Yeah.
So that's swum off, that's happy. I'm quite happy with that. 3 out of 3 whitings returned. Let's say normally they don't return that well, but 3 out of 3 returned. Don't pull it, it's fixed, it's attached to me. Just wipe your hands, because I'm still talking to the camera. Thank you. Yeah, slimy little bugger. Right, am I going to drop down to 1 rig? No, I've got a little bit of bluey left, so I'm not going to drop down to 1 rig, not just yet. I'll have one more attempt at catching something that's a bit bigger and not a whiting. So yeah, well, I'm going to resend again. So I've got a little bit, I've got enough bluey left to make 1 more large bait up. Then that'll be it for the large bait rig. If once that comes in. So that, just chop its tail off because, well, I don't know, but it's my understanding that for some reason you always take the tail off. I don't know why. Ow. So we've on last cast with the big baits. I shan't worry too much about taking my squid home with me. Have you plenty squid at home?
I've got a box full.
So you don't want that then?
And thus far, I've failed. Because there's something inside me that says, yeah, your BC might need a bit more. You might end up with 15 or 20 grams. This is why you have to take more weights and never really, just in case. And all them puts just in case. And that's why I end up with exactly the same stuff as I have done.
I
To see the crabby.
I used to have the exact same morality when I first started. Take everything and, you know, whereas now I have the morality of, you know what, if I run out of bait or if all my rigs break, fuck it, I just go home.
It's a long way to go home, isn't it?
Well, it is when you come somewhere like this, yeah. Which is why I made sure I've got plenty of rigs and I've got extra weights. But that's all I do for extra. If I have to drop to one rod, I drop to one rod.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that helicoptered a bit, that's going to be a mess. So yeah, last cast on the Vega. No, it won't. It'll sit there until we release it. Do you want to release it? Yeah. Well, we'll empty the entire bucket into the water. Yeah. Can you lift it, or do you want me to pick it up?
Where's the handle?
Oh. Hey dear. I think the camera's still recording. Hey now, calm down. Calm down, dear, it's only a commercial. There we go. Oh, I think you're still filming. I'll bring it over anyway. If not, I can always adjust it. There we go. Another thing, they're here in force. What's that? How many is that now? 4 or 5 tings? 4 tings, I think. Whee! That's gone. I tell you what, they're hardy, these tings. Hey, dear me. Tings are here. Well, I suppose I've got bait and it's good fishing, I suppose. So I think we'll keep throwing them out. I've still got some worm left in here, so Although not much. Hey, diddle diddle. That one made a mess at rig. Although I think actually when it went out I saw it helicopter. I think I saw it release from the clip and helicoptered a bit, so that'd explain a thing or two about not seeing that bite. So I think I saw a knock on it, but I didn't think anything of it because it wasn't anything major. And then, like I say, as you've seen guys, I brought both rods in assuming nothing on, and both rods had a fish on. So, happy days. It's been a good day's fishing, I've got to be honest. It hasn't been mental. It hasn't been a crazy session. But it's been a good day. I'll send this back out and I'll discard my bait and that'll be a day for us. Oh, my top hook's unclipped. Ah well. You know what, no, I'll stick you back on time lapse. We'll do a pack down time lapse. I'll speak to you in a bit. This is all it's going to be now guys, just whiting after whiting. It's mouth's full of shrimp. I'll get it put back. But I'm going to pack down one rod now. I can't believe the resilience of these whiting. Not had a single one go belly up. My shoe, I don't know if you can hear me, my shoe, they've all been very nicely lip hooked, which suggests to me that perhaps my baiting technique is getting better. You need to wet the sand a little bit.
Wet sand?
Wet sand is better than dry sand for building sandcastles. Yeah, suggests to me that perhaps my baiting technique is getting slightly better. Because like I say, they're all lip hooked. They're all very nicely hooked, you know, just in the corner of the mouth. And you know, I'm not even casting, not even striking into them. They're just there, so yeah. But guys, I'm gonna pack down the yellow rod, tidy up, get everything else packed down, and then this rod's coming down regardless of whether or not there's a fish on the end of it. So yeah, from me and Rosa and Eddie and Alf. Oh yeah, there it goes, look. Shall I bring it in while you're here, guys? It just bounced, didn't it? Just rattled. Shall I bring it in and then film an outro and say goodbye to you guys? Yeah, bugger it. It's getting late, I'm tired. I don't much fancy marching up and down this beach any longer. It's a lovely beach, but man, that's a steep hill. And if the whiting are in force, it wouldn't make a bad fishing session. Especially if this was the start of the session, I'd be overjoyed. But I'm already knackered. We've been here for, well, I left the house at 11 o'clock this morning. It's now, what is it, 8 o'clock at night? So, there you go, told you, wet sand. Told you, didn't I? Right guys, there was nothing on that. It were getting taps, but I'm not going to resend. Where's my towel gone again? There it is. It's in front of me. So, what a really nice day we've had down here at, where are we again? Where am I? Where are we again? I've forgotten. I've forgotten where we are. Chapel St Leonards, Chapel Point. What a lovely day we've had down here at Chapel Point today. A little bit chilly, as probably indicated by Rosa in the background there, vibrating like mad. But that's it, Rosa. Finito, we're done. All right, we're going to pack down, so you're going to wave bye. They could see you where you were. Everybody wave. So, from Chapel St Leonards, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, stay safe, tight lines. Until next time.